Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Mama June, will Josh Efird remove permanent reminders of Pumpkin? Will Mama June, Family Crisis star, Josh Efird remove a permanent reminder of his estranged wife, Lauren Pumpkin Efird? The two filed for divorce on August 1st, 2024, and it clearly looks like they have moved on. Yet, aside from their 4 kids, he has one reminder of Pumpkin that he has to address. So, what is it? Keep reading for more details. Josh Efird and Lauren Pumpkin Efird were together for nearly a decade and married for 6 years. They have 4 children, Ella, Bentley, Stella, and Silas, and it never appeared they were having any serious problems that would end in divorce. Of course, they had struggles like any couple, but it seemed they worked through them. They worked together when Alana Honey Goo Goo Thompson moved in with them early on in their marriage. Though it was not easy, they handled it and did what was necessary. Another issue was Mama June and her way of blowing in and out of town whenever she pleased, causing havoc each time. Once again, they worked through it, but now, their marriage has come to an end with some fans believing it is for ratings. Does the show need a storyline so badly that they would end their marriage? At the same time, they have both moved on, and with that, Josh has one permanent reminder of Pumpkin he cannot escape, and it is not their kids. He has her name tattooed on his arm. Fans are wondering what Josh Efird will do with his ink now that they have split. A Reddit thread was started to discuss what should be done, and if a cover-up is next. I have a suggestion. Pip King, to me this is why you never get someone's name tattooed on your body. Isn't she dating a tattoo artist now? He could hit up her new man Lamau. I always felt like this was fake, and just for the production. No swelling, redness, nothing, just a perfect brand new tattoo. Surely not real. Some followers felt Josh Efird should keep it the way that it is because Pumpkin is the mother of his children. Therefore, he would be honoring her in a very sweet way by keeping it. Then, of course, it was a common thread of why people should not get names tattooed on them. Other suggestions included: make it black. Add some skulls, write Pumpkin King. How do you do, fellow Nightmare, before Christmas fans? Needs to put a sledgehammer like it's fixing to hit it, and it would be smashing pumpkins. Lol. So there were some very creative ideas, but whether or not he alters it is yet to be seen. As someone did point out, it might not have even been real. Time will tell what he does with his pumpkin ink, but it will be fun to see the end result. Josh Efird, affectionately known as the steadfast, cool-headed husband of Lauren Pumpkin Shannon, sits quietly in the garage, tools spread out before him in organized chaos. The evening light filters through the window, casting a warm glow over the scene. But tonight, there is a tension in the air, a weight pressing against the atmosphere like a storm rolling in over calm waters. Josh's eyes flicker to the back of his left hand, where a simple tattoo of a pumpkin rests. It's small and unassuming, more a subtle nod than a bold statement. But there's a story etched in that ink, a story of love, of struggle, of resilience. The symbol had always represented something solid and unshakable, but now, under the layers of time and wear, that meaning feels as if it's shifted somehow, like sand slipping through fingers. Maybe it's time, Josh mutters to himself, the words hanging in the air as he toys with a small wrench. He's been debating for weeks now, remove it or leave it. What happens when the symbols of commitment, once so clear, become tainted by the friction of reality? Josh and Pumpkin have weathered storms together, blending chaotic family dynamics, balancing parenthood, and navigating the ever-looming presence of cameras and drama. For better or worse, their lives have been an open book, pages constantly being turned by curious hands. But as the ink settled into his skin, life itself began to write a different narrative, one that was no longer so picture-perfect. The garage door creaks open, and Pumpkin steps inside, holding the baby monitor in one hand, her other absent-mindedly twisting a loose strand of hair. Her eyes scan the cluttered workbench before settling on Josh, who hasn't yet noticed her. There's a quietness in her gaze, a softness that hints at a deeper knowing. She's always known when he's carrying something heavy on his mind. "Whatcha thinking about?" Pumpkin's voice is gentle, a mix of curiosity and concern. Josh looks up, meets her eyes, and gives a half-smile that doesn't quite reach his eyes. "Just stuff. You know how it is." Pumpkin moves closer, placing the monitor down and leaning against the workbench. "Josh, come on. It's me. I can tell when you've got something on your mind." He exhales slowly, letting the air fill the silence between them. "I've been thinking about this." He gestures vaguely to the tattoo, then looks down, his fingers grazing the inked skin. Pumpkin's eyes follow the motion, her expression unreadable. "You've had that for years now." "What brought this up?" "Just thinking." Josh pauses, struggling to find the right words. "I got this because I wanted something permanent, something that would always remind me of you, of us. But things are different now. Life's different." Pumpkin shifts her weight, crossing her arms. "Different how? You're not talking about leaving, are you?" There's a touch of fear in her voice, and it catches Josh off guard. He shakes his head quickly. "No, it's not that. It's just, I don't know. We've been through so much, and sometimes I wonder if holding on to this," he taps the tattoo lightly, "is holding on to something that's changed. I don't want the ink to represent the hard times. You know." Pumpkin takes a deep breath, letting the words sink in. "So you think getting rid of it will change what we've been through? Make things better somehow?" Josh runs a hand through his hair, frustration bubbling to the surface. "It's not about erasing the past. It's more about letting go of symbols that might not mean the same thing anymore. It's about finding something new that represents where we're at now, where we're going." The conversation drifts into a reflective silence, the hum of the garage's single bulb buzzing above them. Pumpkin steps closer and places her hand over his, her thumb tracing the lines of the tattoo. "Josh, I get it. I really do. But maybe it's not about the tattoo itself. Maybe it's about what we make it mean going forward." She pauses, considering her next words carefully. "Yeah, we've been through some rough patches. But look at what we've built. A family, a home, our own story. The ink might be old, but it's still part of us. It's a reminder that we're not perfect, but we're still here, still trying." Josh looks at her, really looks at her, and sees the truth in her eyes. She's right, they're still standing, scars and all. The tattoo might not symbolize the simple, pure love it once did, but maybe that's okay. Maybe the new layers, the complexity, the imperfections, they add depth to the story rather than take away from it. "You're right," he finally says, his voice softer now. "Maybe it's not about taking it away. Maybe it's about accepting that it's part of the journey, even the messy parts." Pumpkin smiles, a small, tired smile that holds years of shared battles and triumphs. "I'm not saying you have to keep it, but don't make the decision based on fear or frustration. If you want something new, something that feels more like us now, then let's talk about that. But don't feel like you have to erase the past to move forward." Josh nods, relief washing over him. He pulls her into a gentle embrace, feeling the tension slip away. "You always know what to say," he murmurs into her hair. Pumpkin chuckles softly. "Well, you're stuck with me, so you better get used to it." The moment lingers, the air lighter now. As they stand there, wrapped in each other's warmth, the tattoo on Josh's hand remains unchanged, but its meaning has evolved. It's no longer just a symbol of where they started, but a testament to where they've been and, more importantly, where they're headed. Maybe he won't remove it after all. Maybe, instead of erasing the past, they'll find new ways to honor it while embracing the future. Because in the end, it's not about the ink. It's about the story that continues to be written, one chapter at a time. The tattoo shop buzzes with the familiar hum of needles and the chatter of the artists. The walls, lined with vibrant artwork and designs, provide a stark contrast to the thoughts swirling in Josh Efird's mind. He sits quietly, eyes scanning over the various tattoo sketches pinned to the walls. Eagles, roses, skulls, each representing something permanent, a lasting mark. Today, though, he's thinking about the idea of permanence in a very different way. Josh's relationship with Lauren "Pumpkin" Shannon, Mama June's daughter, has been anything but ordinary. From reality TV fame to the challenges of young parenthood, they've been through the ups and downs of life together. But now, the reminders of their bond feel more like shackles than mementos. "Are you ready?" the tattoo artist asks, breaking Josh out of his thoughts. He hesitates, glancing at his arm where a small, delicate tattoo reads.